What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today, man? You already know how it go. It is your boy B back with another video. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and yes, I specialize in helping you make an extra income stream. I've been flipping phones for over a decade. I used to be somebody that I would say didn't know my direction. And if I'm being honest with you, me starting to flip phones saved me because it wasn't until me flipping phones that I realized the power of money. And before we get into me actually showing you how to make offers and showing you how to start flipping phones literally right now without needing any Facebook ads and paying for any courses, let me teach you how to do it without having to pay me. And guys, I have a free, well, not free, it's $5 class every single Tuesday. And let me show you. Every single Tuesday, I have a class, okay? Hustlertaughtme.com, right? I have a class for $5. And this class happens every single Tuesday, and you're welcome to come. And what I do in this class is I don't only just go over how to start flipping phones or how to maximize it. I teach you how to scale it, right? And this is what you do. You go to hustlertaughtme.com, go to education, and then go to $5 weekly classes. Now, let me explain to you why I have this, okay? Number one, it's not free because people don't appreciate free things, and we don't tend to remember things unless we pay for it. Two, I have to now pay for a recording software where I need to record certain things in certain ways so that I can send you replays. Okay, so even if you don't attend the class, will send you a replay if you pay for the class. Now, when it's free, it was no replays. Now what we do is when you pay, you still do get something, right? So it's something that you can refer back to. Okay, but the real reason why I try to tell people about phone flipping and how to start and grow a phone flipping business is because it's not about phone flipping. It's really about scaling it to a reselling business, scaling it to the different possibilities that you are capable of positioning it at to different businesses and different needs, right? So if you start phone flipping, which is great, right? You are flipping your money. Phone flipping taught me that if you have $100, you can flip it by buying an asset and sell it for $200, which means that you make more money, right? And making more money from a little bit of money or making some money turn into more money is a skill. It's not something that is designed by luck because, see, what you have to do is eventually you have to position yourself to be able to duplicate and replicate it on a consistent basis. And that can become very taskful, if you will. It can become very frustrating. It can be very burning. It could be something that can make you quit. But if you do it in the right way, it's something that can be really rewarding. And scaling it is the point, right? Like the point isn't to just flip phones forever because you flip phones forever, you're never going anywhere. You're just going to keep doing the same thing and recycling your money. That is going to lead you down a dead end. And see, a lot of people, they position their phone flipping academies and courses as a way to drive you into the business. But I'm not just driving you into the business, I'm driving you through it. I'm teaching you how to flip phones, but it's instead of just flip, I'm teaching you how to grow. So that class teaches you how to grow because we have it every single week. So when there are updates, you are updated. If there are new buyers, I give you the buyers. If there are new tasks or new strategies, I give you the strategies. So we are here to grow. We're not here to stay stagnant, or I'm not here to take your money while you get a little bit out of it. I'm here to help you continue to build. Okay, guys? So definitely check out that. But nevertheless, guys, flipping phones is awesome. We're going to go to offerup.com. So the reason why I go to OfferUp is because OfferUp is a great platform for beginners to start making money without having to spend a lot, okay? Now, if you don't know, OfferUp is a platform where a lot of people around you are right now listing products that they want to sell because they want to pay their rent, they want to pay daycare or pay their medical bills, pay something, okay? There's people here that have assets that they need to liquidate, and you are the person that has some type of money that they can utilize, right? Now, not everybody's going to tell you yes. Not everybody's going to just go ahead and agree immediately. Sometimes you have to wait and you have to use the art of negotiation. In that $5 class, I teach you the art of negotiation. I teach you how to override objections. I teach you how to turn around and no. I teach you how to make sure that everybody that tells you no becomes a lead. I teach you how to actually sustain this to where you can do this on the go. While you're at work, you can be making money. While you're home, you could be making money. While you're retired, you could be making money. While you're on a plane, you could be making money. While you're traveling, you could be making money. So I'll show you how to do that, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the basics on how I personally look for phones so that I can start to scale. First, I turn off shipping, okay? We don't want to worry about shipping. Now, if I'm selling a phone, shipping is on because I do ship the phone to people, but I do not let people ship phones to me. That is a clear indication of, hey, I am just reckless with my money. And yes, you do have protection because offer up, you can put a claim. Oh, I didn't get it. But what if you lose? We don't really deal in what ifs, right? We want to deal with, okay, I have a guarantee, okay? So number one, what I do, right, is I open up offer up and then I have to find a price list, okay? If you don't know, we do have the phone flipping buyers price list. If you don't know what that is a price list that shows you market value for devices. Now, what is market value? So market value is going to be the value that someone deems a device to be. This is going to be a price list where we have 50 buyers that deem these prices for these phones. So if you don't know what I mean, a wholesale buyer is a buyer that buys phones on a consistent basis. They buy multiple phones, right? But then you have a consumer. A consumer is going to buy phones depending on their use case, right? So you might have somebody that wants to buy a phone because they need the phone for their daughter, or they need the phone for themselves because they lost it. They're just buying the phone. So they're going to buy that phone based upon how urgent they need it, right? How fast they need it, how much they need it. A buyer, a wholesale buyer, is going to buy the phone based on the market value. That is the reason why we only pay consumers based upon market value, because when you go to Walmart, if you want to get some eggs, the eggs are the price of the eggs because that is the market value of the eggs. If you are going to a seafood place to buy crabs, the crabs are the price of the crabs because of the market value. They're not the price because of how bad you need the crabs. They're not the price of the value of how bad you need to scramble those eggs so that you can have a good breakfast. Right? It's based off of market value. So what we do is we make people respect our business and we act accordingly, right? So that's the reason why we tell you guys to pull up and go to the phone flipping buyers price list, which this does cost money. It costs a little bit of money for the value you're going to be getting. It costs $100 to get into this price list. This is not just a price list. This is a community. This is a family. You are connected at this point to where you'll be getting updates every single week of how different phones are trending, the ups, the downs, and also access to, of course, this list. This list has new phones, used phones, Samsungs, iCloud locked / blacklisted, iPads, Apple accessories, Apple Watches, and of course, MacBooks. You now are given the ability to buy all of these, including PS5s, Xboxes, Nintendo Switches, AirTags, and also the Apple Pod, okay? And more of the little Apple, the Apple mice, the Magic Mouse, the touchpads, all of that, right? So now you are you're expanding your buying range. And this is something that every phone flipper should do, right? Because see, what you'll see is a lot of phone flippers, what they end up doing, especially the ones that they documented, they'll start buying things like game systems and things of that nature. And while we do have that on the price list, a phone flipper of our magnitudes, we really just stick with phones because we're getting enough from that. But we also can buy a blacklisted phone. We can buy a stolen phone. We can buy an iCloud locked phone because we have buyers that want those too. Okay. So that is how that works. Okay. Now, we're going to be utilizing that. And I do know some of the prices, obviously. And what I do is I go to a desktop, and this is how I do my offers fast. I do them fast. Because, again, if you're somebody that works at ShopRite, or somebody that works at Walmart, or you work at a construction site, or maybe you even work at a restaurant, right? You need to be able to make offers fast, right? So what I do on your break, you can literally type an offer up, pull up the price list, and then what you do is you start to find phones, right? An iPhone 13, it has a person's face on it. I know this is a personal device. It's in my city as well, Philadelphia, PA. Shout out to Philly, right? I'm going to click on that and I'm going to open it. But I'm just opening the tab, right? We're going to get 5 phones and we're going to make offers for these 5 devices, okay? Now, I'm going to type in iPhone, okay? iPhone is going to be my keyword right now. Now, I only pulled up the other 13 because it was right there in front of my dashboard. But now we can start looking. Now, I'm going to explain to you what I'm seeing and why I'm not clicking on certain things and why I am. Now, this iPhone 11, This will be a phone that I think somebody that has a budget, so a change fund, which is a change fund is the amount of money you're starting with to flip a phone. You never want to deplete your change fund. So if you are putting out 200 for a phone, and let's say you get 400 for the phone back, you want to make sure you at least put that 200 back plus a little bit from that other 200 profit that you just made, okay? Now, I see that this is promoted, so I know this person is really looking to sell this, right? So what I would do if I had that $200 budget is I would go and offer this person at least 100 to 150, okay? But I don't want this phone, okay? Now, this is a dub, okay? Why do I say it's a dub? And what does a dub mean? That means a no-go. Now, the reason it's a dub is because it's $0. We don't play this foolishness, okay? I'm not here to get scammed, nor am I here to waste my time. So I don't sit there and talk to people that I feel like aren't giving legitimate like offers, right? So when you list a price, I obviously know you're listing this price because this is a price that you don't necessarily want, but you want to be talked down on. So, prime example, if this person says that they'll sell the iPhone 14 Pro for $400, I know that's not true. They'll probably take 350. They'll probably take 320. No matter what, you have to know that these prices are not what they really want. But they will stand firm sometimes, right? So we're not looking for old phones, but we're also not looking for the newest of the new. A 14 Pro is pretty good for $400. We'll check that out. I see that this has fingerprints on it and it's promoted, and it's an iPhone 14 Plus. I'll check that out. 14 Pluses are not really good to buy. Why? Because they're like the evil stepchild, right? They're like the ones that Apple created the 14 Plus, but the 14 Plus isn't really doing anything, right? It's just there. It's the 14 and a bigger model, but it's not anything specific. It's not like something that is different. Like it's just a bigger 14. It doesn't do anything interesting, right? We can look at this cracked iPhone 13. When I see cracked, I'm intrigued. Now, if you don't know how to fix phones, in my $5 class that I have every single Tuesday of the week, what I do, and it's at 7 p.m., what I do, and again, all you got to do is go to hustlertaughtme.com, and what do you have to hit, guys? You hit education, $5 weekly class. Boom, it's there, okay? It's right here. All right. Now, the reason why I am saying that I would get this crack one, right, is because I fix phones, right? I get screens for the low and all that, right? But what about somebody that doesn't? Well, if the person doesn't, the beautiful thing is you have repair shops around you. Somewhere around you, there's a slow repair shop that's about to close. They're struggling for people to come in. What you need to do is you need to go into that repair location and you need to say, hey, my name is blank. I own a reselling business. I buy phones on a consistent basis that need to be fixed. What I want to do with you is I want to partner with you. I want you to give me reasonable prices for phones to be fixed, and I will continue to bring you phones. Now, this is where you win because while you fix my phone, you're also getting a consistent flow of devices. Even if you wanted to take my picture or take pictures of my phones to put on your social media, you can do that as well. Where I win is now I have somebody reliable to fix phones for me, and they fix it for a discounted rate so I can still make my profit. How does that sound? And that's how you position it. All right, guys. Now we got one more that we're going to be looking for, and I'm not going to look for no 16 Pros. Now, this right here is interesting. When I look at this and it says 3 iPhone 16 Pro Maxes, this might be a wholesale seller. What is a wholesale seller? A wholesale seller is somebody that buys phones from stores, paying the taxes or using somebody else's account or maybe even using a CPN. They are people that get newer devices and they just want to sell them for at least a profit, right? So they're paying around $80 to maybe $95 per phone, and they're looking just to make some money. And you can offer them a really good price and they'll sell it to you. And again, on my class every Tuesday at 7 p.m., I show you guys exactly how to get these wholesale sellers. All right. But we're not working with those right now. I see that this says iPhone 14 Pro Max, I believe, and it looks like it has a Superman background, which means that this is a personal phone. Personal phones we love. Okay, so let's start making these offers. So this is not a Pro Max. This is an iPhone 14 Pro 256 unlocked. Now, why is that good? Because it's unlocked. That means that we have the ability to not only sell it to a wholesale seller, but also to sell it to a consumer. Now, you can sell locked phones to a consumer, but it's a little bit harder, right? but this person has a price point of $500. This phone is nowhere near worth $500. We can go and we can look on our price list, which is right here, and we can go all the way down. So these are used. So we can go to the 14 Pro, and we see that his 14 Pro is 256, right? So 256 unlocked. So it's probably a B grade, right? Because it probably has some light scratches. So 490. Okay, we're gonna whip out the handy dandy calculator. So $490, right? We're gonna subtract whatever we want our profit to be. I want my profit to be $50, so I'm gonna subtract $50. So now I know for a fact that I need to buy this phone for $440. I'm not gonna tell him, hey, I'll pay you $440. That's gonna make me lose in my negotiation. And again, I show you guys all of this more in depth at my $5 class every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Okay, guys, Eastern time. What you are going to do is you're going to now say, I need some wiggle room. So you're going to actually subtract again, and you're going to put a wiggle room price. Usually it's between 20 to 30, maybe $40, depending on the device. We're going to make our wiggle room $30. So we're subtracting $440 from 30. Well, we're subtracting 30 from $440. We get $410. Now I know that $410 is my initial offer. I know for a fact that, hey, if I want to get this phone, I'm going to go and I'm going to offer this person maybe $400. I can do $400. Now, that's $100 less than what he is currently doing right now. I know for a fact that I can get this, okay? But if I want to push the envelope a little bit more, I can say I'll do $350. Now, I'll say I'll do $350, and I'll have him argue me up. If he says no, I'll say, okay, I'll do $375. He say no, I say, okay, listen, what is it that you want? Now he says, okay, I want 500. Oh, no, can't do it. Listen, I buy phones all the time. And I would love to do business with you, but unfortunately we can't do business on this device because it's out of my range. Do you have any more? Now he may not, because this is a personal phone, obviously, but I'm letting him know that I'm experienced, and I'm also letting him know I'm willing to walk away. Now, me telling him I'm willing to walk away could sway him to say, hey, all right, man, I do the 350 or the 440 or the 410 or 400, whatever, right? But again, if not, I'll say, hey, all right, perfect. Listen, if you don't have any more phones, great. If you ever come by any phones that you want to sell that are collecting dust or anything in your drawer, my number is blase, blase, blase. My name is Blase. Have a great day. Now, if anything, if he ever has another phone and it's not selling, he can now revert back to his messages, or he can text me and he can call me and say, hey, I got a phone to sell. You don't understand how many calls I get on a daily basis from this transaction, or these type of transactions, excuse me. All right, so we'll say I do 350. Now, I'm also going to put a spin. Do you still have the box? The reason why I asked, do you still have the box, is because if I ask him, do you still have the box, now he's going to be obligated to answer, to be completely honest, because maybe I'm only saying 350 because I don't think you have the box. Maybe you have the box, which makes the offer go up. Now I'm starting to make you more intrigued, because now I'm leaving a string out there for you actually to pull, right? If I just give you an offer and you don't like that offer, you can ignore it. But what if I tell you, hey, if you had the box, I'll offer you $100 more. I'll pay the 500. You never know. Okay. Now we have another AT&T phone, one of the worst companies to buy. I already told you guys why, because AT&T has so many breaches that they are unreliable, unused from a lot of people. But again, we'll still buy this. We're ain't really 13 ain't worth much, right? So what I would do, right? You see how low this person is willing to go, right? So what I'll say is I can do 190, right? I could do 190. This is not paid off, right? I always ask a question just so I can get a response. Okay? Boom. iPhone 14 Pro. Only thing is the screen costs $100. Okay, so screen doesn't cost $100. It costs more, so maybe like 50, maybe 40, maybe 30, but nowhere near 100. The problem is that this could be a sensor problem, right? So now I know that I have a hand, because I can say, I don't know if the sensor's damaged, man, right? So what I'll do is I'll say I can do, remember our other one, 440 is what we need to buy that, right? I could do 300. Do you still have the box? Question mark. Boom. And now we're putting all of these offers out. And as the day goes on, we will continue to get different people giving us different offers and different responses. This is 2 months ago. We ain't going to deal with that. 4 hours ago, correct? iPhone 13 Pro Max. Da 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 da. All right, perfect. That is ours, actually. I'm funny. I did that for an example for a video. Although we got to do another one because I did that as an example. This one, obviously, we ain't. I don't sell to resellers. I apologize. Oh, this is an old one. December 27th. And that happens. Some people say that. Just leave it alone. The reason they don't sell to resellers is because of a stigma, especially when they look at my profile and they see a bunch of phones being sold and all of that. It sort of kind of scares them. It makes them think that they're losing. I don't have or need to negotiate with that because at this point in my life, as far as my reselling journey, I don't really need to really argue with you. But if I needed to, I'll say, hey, I'm just a small reseller, man, out of my house. I'm just trying to make money. I usually make $5 off of my phones, man. And that's what I would say. And I'm sure people that have phone flip know that's what a lot of phone buyers say. I can do 200. Boom. All right, let's see. Okay. So she said price is firm, which I get. You know what I mean? It's $225. Come on. Watch this. Okay. Thank you. And that's it. Guarantee you, if it doesn't sell, she hit me up. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. She's seen it. Guarantee you. I'm telling you. Guarantee you. But I'm not tripping because it's a great price for some reason. 300 no box. Perfect. Okay. That's fine. Watch this. But I won't initiate the sale. I'll just say, okay, that's fine. Any problems with it? Wait, did he put that on me? Oh, he thinks the EID probably. Can I have the IMEI? Boom. That's it. And then we're going to close him. Just like that. I just got rejected and I just got one that accepted. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to do what I need to do no matter what objections I get. Ooh, no matter what objections I get. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, man. I hope I see you guys every Tuesday, or at least this Tuesday, man. Tap in with me, man. Tap in with me. I'm telling y'all, man, it's always great to make new connections with you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys continue to make money work for you. And I'll see you guys at the top because it's way, way, way too crowded at the bottom. Peace.